Today's notes are on mean, median, mode, box and whisker plot. Now you've actually have taken notes on this before, but they haven't really been formal. And you did, I think you had an even number, or this now has an odd number. So go ahead, take a minute, copy all of this down. And again, these are going to be good reference notes for you for next year. So pause the video, copy everything down, and then hit play again. We have a list of numbers, and if they did not give you the numbers listed, they always have to be in order from least to greatest. So if they're random numbers, you have to organize them from least to greatest. So let's write that. So we have to have the numbers organized from least to greatest. And then we're going to find some of this stuff that we'll talk about in a minute. Then what you do is we're going to do a box and whisker plot. So you find your middle. Now you can kind of just count the numbers and see where the middle is, or if there's not too big, I kind of just go, okay, that's so you know that your middle number is 9. This actually is quartile 2. And it also happens to be your median. Median is, let me get a different color pen. Yeah, quartile 2. Let's add this here. And it happens to be 9. It's the number right in the middle of all of this. Then what you're going to do is you're going to cover this up and you're going to say, okay, so what is now the middle of these numbers right here? Well, the number right in the middle would be 4. This is half of this bottom half, so that's called quartile 1. So quartile 1 is 4, and we do same thing. The middle of this numbers turns out to be 15. Half of the upper half is quartile 3. Oh, and I forgot 2 vocabulary words. Let me go add that in. Oh, and quartile 2 is 9. The other important information is your minimum and your maximum. So let's add that as well. Your minimum, right here. Minimum, of course, is going to be your lowest value, and your maximum, of course, is going to be your highest value. All right, so now I have all the information I need for my box and whisker plot. You don't want, you want to make a scale from 2 to 23. So I'm going to go ahead, let me see how I'll make my scale. Okay, take some time to make your scale. I think I'm going to go by 2s. So this I'll make 0, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and this right here is 22. And you can label everything. Okay, so now I made my scale. And I'm going to label all of these points. So I have my minimum is at 2. Quartile 1 is at 4. Quartile 2 is at 9, so it's somewhere right there. Quartile 3 is at 15. And my maximum is at 23. And so those are your key points. You make your whiskers, and this middle part is your box. Okay, and so here you have your box and whisker plot. What can you tell about your box and whisker plot? Well, it's telling you these, remember, are in fourths. fourth of your data is here, a fourth of your data is here, a fourth of your data is here, and a fourth of your data is here, the way they chunked it. So that looking at this, the majority, like these numbers are your smallest. So a fourth of the numbers are between 2 and 4. A fourth of the numbers are between 4 and 9. Another set of numbers is between 9 and 15. And again here, from 15 to 23. So it just kind of shows you how many numbers are in each section or how big that spread is. Okay, and we can see that then the last quartile from 15 to 23 that has the biggest difference. Other information we can take. We know that the mean is the average of all the numbers. So to find the mean, it's also referred to as average. You take all the numbers and divide by how many. So I'm going to take a minute, plug this into my calculator. So I grabbed my calculator, plugged it all in, and I entered it twice just to make sure that I did not make a mistake because I don't want to redo that. So I did get 108. So the mean is 108 divided by however many numbers you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good. So your answer is 108 divided by 11. 9.81. So about 9.8. So your average is 9.8. Your median, we already know the median. Oh, I'm watching TV. The median is the number right in the middle. Okay. So the median is 9. Your mode is the number that occurs the most. Now you can have no mode if there is not a number that repeats itself. You can have more than one mode. For example, if I had 4, 4 and 10, 10 and only like that, then 4 and 10 are both the modes. So you can have one mode, no mode, or more than one mode. In this case, the number that occurs the most is 4. My minimum we know is 2. My maximum is 3. Oh, the range. We haven't done the range. The range is the largest number, minus, I didn't think I finished it, largest number, subtract your smallest number. So it's the maximum minus the minimum. Okay, 23 minus 2, 21. So your range is 21. Interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So it's quartile 3 minus quartile 1. So 15 minus 4, 11. And that's a bunch of your data. Perfect. Thank you.